Hello and welcome back to Linux Plus. So it was such a busy time. We had to do patching for a couple of servers where we were using log4j, and that was the reason actually I couldn't do a couple of videos. But now log4 shell thing is gone now, so we can focus on some interesting stuff, making videos. Alright, so today we're gonna do some pretty basic stuff. I have highlighted what we're gonna do. Create a directory, make some new files, transfer files from Windows to Linux and Linux to Windows, and see how we go. Cool. So what's already there? There's nothing at the moment. pw, that's the root directory. Now let's say if I want to make one directory, name as my files. This is the directory that I've made now. So mkdir to make a directory. Now if we want to go to the directory, we need to cd change directory to my files. If I do ls, there's nothing there. So let's say if I want to create few files, we can use touch command to create few files. For example, touch my file 1 if I want to do multiple file, my file 2, my file 3, for example. And now we can see that these files are created, but these are empty files. Just like we create an empty file, there's nothing inside. For example, if I want to see the content of one of the file, I can do cat my file. For example, it's 1 here, there's nothing. Now if I want to do vi my file 1, I want to add something in the file, it will open like this. I for insert, and I want to say this is my first file. Escape, colon, WQ to save it. Control L. Now ls. Let's say if I want to see what's in my file 1 now. My file 1, and we can see this is my first file. So this is the file we just created. Now what if I want to create a file which does not exist, but I don't want to use the command that is touch? So for example, if I want to make file 4, but I don't want to use command touch, so what I can do, I can use vi, I can use the name my file 4, and now because this is a new file, I want to enter this is my new file, and I am working on these files. Now escape, colon, WQ, and this is now done. See, now my file 4 is there. If I want to get the content of my file, I want to give the number 4, and this is what it is. Now if I go back, now let's say for example in Linux, extension does not really matter, because in Linux everything is a file. So in Windows you can only view certain files if there is a right extension to it. So for example, if I want to add something to my file 2, there's nothing at the moment, I'll say this is my file 2. I want to save it. What's in my file 3? Nothing there. If I want to go back to the directory, for example, you can use cd hyphen. We're back to the root, right? This is just one of the command, makes it easy. cd my files, ls, yep. I want to do my file 3. I want to add something. This is my third file. I want to exit out of this, save that. So now we can see that we have created 2-3 files, but there's no extension. What if I want to give an extension to the file that is already there for Windows purpose? So I can choose mv my file 1 to my file 1.txt. this will change it to my file 1.txt. ls. Now that file is changed right here. Now this is good if I want to transfer this file to Windows environment, for example. I want to see file 1.txt, what's in there. This is my first file, yeah, that's fine. Let's see, I want to change all the other files, for example, mv my file 2. I want to name it as my file 2.txt. Yep, what else is left? mv my file 3 to my file 3.txt. Now let's say I don't want to use the name my file that what we're using in the sequence. I want to rename this file, for example, here. I don't want to name it as my file. Let's say mv my file 4 to I want to name it as file 4.txt. Now this will not just rename the file, it will also change the extension as well. See, file 4.txt. So now we have 4 files, and we can see that these files have the extension .txt. Now in Linux environment this does not matter, but in Windows we're gonna see the transfer of the files. That's the reason it's really important to have the right extension. Now if we see ls-lh, so we can see that these are my files here, and root is the user, group is the user as well, and this is the time. These were lost access, these are the permissions. Now what if I want to see ls, I want to give someone this output, for example. Maybe you want to see something, information about it. ls star, because I want to do all the files, and I want to do as all files dot text. So now we can see that all files dot text is there. Cat all files dot txt, and you can see that these are my files here. File 4, 1, 2, 3. There you go. So you can send this one output to someone. So we have 4 or 5 files at the moment. Now what we can do now, for example, here, if we want to filter based on the text, for example, ls star dot txt. See, we can filter by extension as well. Now if we want to give someone an output for this one, and you want to name it as text file, you can say that all files with extension .txt, for example. And say that all files with extension .txt. It's just useful, for example, if you want to send it to someone, the output, the result. And now what else is there? We created a directory, we made some few files. We can work on the delete part later. List those files and copy the output results. We have done that. Copy and paste from Windows to Linux and Linux to Windows. Different copy options. Cool. Now we're gonna work on copy, yeah. But what we're going to use here now, is the find command. For example, what we can find here now. For example, if I want to do find, I want to find it right here where I am, and I want to use the name, for example, file 4. And there you go. You can find the file that is here. If you want to use, for example, ls -o, and you want to grep, for example, for example, see, you can filter and you can type it as well. It will show you exactly what the file starts with here. Now I want to show something interesting here. We know that these are the files, for example, we created. What if we want to change the time when the file was created? Just modify the time. we can use touch command to modify the time. Let's say I want to use this my file 3 just for the backup purposes. Sometimes the backup only happens when the file is changed, so we are just changing the timestamps on the file itself. Touch here, right? LL long listing. You can see that for my file 3 it was changed here. See, all the other files were created around 20, but this was the last timestamp update for my file 3. So you can use the touch command to modify the timestamp as well. That part is done, and let's see now. File was last change is done. Find and grep is also done, and let's do the copy part now. So copy and pasting from Linux to Windows, I guess so many people use WinSCP or another SSH kind of transfer protocols, but here we're going to use something that is really easy to manage the files. So if you are a system administrator or you're managing a file server, it will be a really super duper easy for you to manage all the files. Copy and paste from Linux to Windows and Windows to Linux, really easy. Okay, so now for example, if I want to transfer my file 1 to my PC, local PC here, I will do sz and my file 1.txt. See, it's transferred. So this is the file that I was talking about. This is my first file. Now for example, I don't want this file. For example, I want other files as well. Let's say I want all the file that have the extension .txt. I want to copy it. So I can do sz star.txt. So now I'm asking it to copy everything that starts with that has the extension .txt. See, I got all the files here. Now for example, if I do ls rm star, if I want to remove all of them, now it's going to ask me again every time. I have to specify y here that I want to delete it. If you skip, it's not going to do anything. Skip, yep, nothing. All the files are there. So if I want to do rm a particular file, for example, I don't want my file 2 here, for example, I can do that, and I can say -y, not -y, sorry, -f. So this file is removed now. If I do ls, so that file is gone now. Let's see if I want to remove all the files and I don't want to type yes. So you can do, for example, rm star -f for force. That's it. Nothing's there now. Now, if I want to bring the files back, let's say, I can select it from here because these are the exact files that I had before, and I want to just drag it, send it, and now we have all the files that we need now. So this is pretty easy to manage, for example, when it comes to files and managing the files, different permissions. In the next few videos I will be discussing more into SSH, of course, because that was the part I didn't do it, and I guess this was really important because I wanted to highlight some of the basic things I didn't do it properly before. But I guess this is just one of the touch-based videos that I wanted to sort of wanted to make to see. Yeah, I mean it was such a busy time, and yeah, we worked on log4j, and that things are out of the way now. I'm gonna work on my next couple of videos, and I'll be updating you guys soon. Yep, cool. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Bye. Alright guys, that's it for today. Please like and support our channel. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.